plays. Every plays and every characters of Shakespeare shows us all the qualities of human life. Shakespeare is celebrated all over the world. Now we present Shakespeare's evergreen comedy, As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 7. To be enacted for you, Duke Senior is being banished by his brother, Duke Frederick. He was in the forest of Arden with Jacques, Nobleman, and Orlando. This scene has the most famous quotes of human life. Now on stage, As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 7.
I think he be transformed into a beast, for I can nowhere find him like a man.
My lord, he is but not even gone, hence here was the sun.
If he, compact of jazz, grow musical, we shall have shortly discord in the spheres. Go seek him, tell him I would speak with him.
He saves my labor by his own approach.
Why? How now? What a life is this, that your poor friend must woo your company. What, you look merrily?
A fool, I met a fool in the forest, a motley fool, a miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool, who laid him down and basked him in the sun, and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms, in good set terms, and yet a motley fool. Good more a fool, quoth I. No, sir, quoth he. Call me not fool till heaven hath sent me fortune. And then he drew a dial from his poke, and looking on it with lackluster eyes, says very wisely, It is 10 o'clock. Thus we may see how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago 'twas 9, and after 1 hour more 'twill be 11. And then from hour to hour we ripen, hour to hour we rot and rot. And thereby hangs a tale, when I did hear the motley fool thus moral on the time. My lungs began to crow like the chanticleer, that fools be so deep contemplative. And I did laugh sans intermission, and our eyes died. O noble fool, O worthy fool, motley is the only wear.
What fool is?
O worthy fool, one that hath been a courtier, and says, If ladies be but young and fair, they have the gift to know it. And in his mind, which is as dry as a remainder biscuit, after a voyage, he had strange places crammed with observation, the which he wents in mangled forms. Oh, that I were a fool! I am ambitious for a motley coat.
Fie on thee, I can tell what thou wouldst do.
What for a counter would I do but good?
Most mischievous foul sin, cheating sin, for thou thyself hast been a libertine, as sensual as the brutish thing itself, and all the embossed souls and headed evils, that thou would license or freefoot as God. Would thou disclose into the gentle world?
Why, who cries out on pride and could threaten tax any private party, doth it not flow as hugely as the sea, till that very means do ebb? What woman in the city do I name, when I say, the city woman bears the cost of princes on unworthy shoulders? Who can come in and say that I mean her? When such as one as she is, such is her neighbor. Or what is he of bastard function, to say his bravery is not of my cause, thinking that I mean him, but terrain suits to the folly of the metal of my speech. There then, how then, what then? Let me see wherein my tongue hath wronged him. If it do him right, he hath wronged himself. If he be free, why then my taxing like a wild goose flies unclaimed by any man? But who comes here?
Forbear and eat no more,
Why, I have eaten none yet.
nor shalt not till necessity be served.
Of what kind should the sword come off?
Art thou thus bowling, man by thy distress, or else a rude despiser of good manners, that in civility thou seem so empty?
You touched my vein at first, the thorny point of bad distress, had taken from me the show of smooth civility. Yet I am inland bred and know some nurture. But forbear, I say, he dies that touches any of this fruit, till I and my affairs are answered.
And you will not be answered with reason. I must die.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force. More than your force, move us to gentleness.
I almost die for food and let me have it.
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently. Pardon me, I pray you. I thought that all things had been savage here, and therefore put I in the countenance of stern commandment. But whatever you are, that in this desert inaccessible, under the shade of melancholy boughs, loose and neglect creeping hours of time. If ever you've looked on better days, if ever been my bells and knolls to church, if ever sat at any good man's feast, if ever from your eyelids wiped a tear, and know what 'tis to pity and be pitied. Let gentleness my strong enforcement be, the which hope I blush and hide my soul.
True it is that we have seen better days, and only bells been known to church, and sat at good man's feast, and wiped our eyes. And push yourself into gentleness, that you're wanting may be minister.
Then but forbear your food a little whilst like a doe I go find my fawn and give it food. There's an old poor man, who after me hath many a weary step, lived in pure love, till he be first sufficed, oppressed with 2 weak evils, age and hunger. I will not touch a bit.
Go find him out, and we will nothing haste till you return.
I thank you most, and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not all alone and unhappy. This wide and universal theatre presents more woeful pageants, the scene wherein we play in.
All the world's a stage, and all men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his act being 7 ages. At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow, and then a soldier full of strange oaths, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble's reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice in fair round belly, with good cap and line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved the world too wide, for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again to a childish treble, pipes and whistles to his sound. Last scene of all that ends in eventful strange history, his second childishness in mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Welcome. Set down your venerable burden, and let him feed.
I thank you most for him.
So had you need, I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
Welcome and fall to. I will not trouble you as yet to question you about your fortunes. Give us some music, good cousin. Sing a song.
Whoa, whoa, the winter wind, the world is not so unkind as man's ingratitude, as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen because of what not seen, although thy breath be rude. Most friendship is wedding, most loving will fall. Then hey ho, the holly, this life is most jolly. Squeeze, squeeze this bitter sky that does not bat so night. As benefits for God, as benefits for God.
If you were good Sir Roland's son, as you have whispered faithfully, you were. I am the Duke that loved your father, the residue of all your fortunes. Go to my cave and tell me, good old man, give me your hand, and let all your fortune understand.
Dear audience, finally, Duke Senior
learns that his brother is reformed by a spiritual leader, and he feels very guilty for what he has done to him. At the end, Rosalind marries Orlando, and Duke Senior retains his crown. The play ends happily as you like it.
Thank
Thank you.